Hello, my name is Joey LaParne, and I'm here to talk about something that everyone has in common: risk. Every day we are all exposed to risk as we carry out our lives. Whether we're jumping in the car to go to work, we're throwing a leg over our motorcycle to go for a ride, or just taking time off to travel. The exposure to risk is present in all of our lives, every day, everywhere we go. As an insurance agent, I know the likelihood of loss at any given moment is very high, whether it be damage to ourselves, to our property, to others, or ultimately death. These are all possibilities in our lives, and yet few of us take the time to utilize a tool that is available to all of us. It's a tool that was designed to help manage the risks that we are exposed to every day. Risk management, which is more commonly referred to as insurance. When properly planned, the right insurance will save people from losing what is important to them and eliminate unpleasant surprises in the event of a loss. Everyone is aware of a handful of commonly used terms in insurance. Terms like full coverage, liability, deductibles. As I progress in my career, I'm very surprised by how few people actually understand what these terms truly mean and how they can positively or negatively affect your future. After all, don't you want the investment in the insurance you purchase to do its job should you ever need it? Here are a few key topics that I feel you should know and that can save you money and frustration in the future. According to the Oregon State Insurance Commissioner's Office, 1 of every 3 vehicles on the roadways in Oregon are uninsured. That's 33%. If you're involved with an accident with one of these vehicles, are you going to be covered? Most companies provide what they call uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, and it's specifically for that reason. However, a lot of people are unaware if this is on the policy or not. Furthermore, of the 66% of the vehicles that are insured on our roads, half of them only carry the state minimum required insurance. These limits are absurdly low. They only cover $25,000 of injury coverage per person and $20,000 of property coverage. I shouldn't need to explain that $25,000 doesn't cover much if serious injuries result from a loss or accident, especially with the cost of medical care rising daily. It also goes without saying that $25,000 of property damage doesn't go very far these days. If you cause a collision with a common vehicle like a Suburban, and that vehicle needs to be replaced, that $20,000 is only going to put a small dent in the nearly $60,000 price tag for a new one. Again, it is not about whether you have insurance or not. It's about what your insurance will do for you when you need it. There is another affordable coverage that is rarely brought up in insurance. It's called PIP coverage. That's an acronym for Personal Injury Protection. If you cause an accident or are injured, PIP is available to help you with your medical expenses. It can eliminate a health insurance claim, or it can even supplement your health coverage. It even includes work loss benefits if your injuries prevent you from working. This coverage even goes a step further. If you were injured by a vehicle as a pedestrian, your PIP coverage on your auto policy or motorcycle policy will kick in and cover those injuries. PIP coverage is even more important for those of us, including myself, who ride motorcycles, because chances are, if you're involved in an accident on your motorcycle, injuries will result. If the accident is your fault or not, isn't it nice knowing that you'll be covered regardless? A vast number of people lack sufficient health insurance and can be stuck with hefty medical expenses in a situation like this. In addition to injury and damage to others' properties, our own property is a priority in our risk management plan. After all, protecting the things that are important to us should be a primary concern. When we're purchasing our insurance, shouldn't we all make sure that our insurance will cover us properly? Everyone knows that full coverage or liability options are available on vehicle policies, but what do these coverages really do for you? If you carry liability-only insurance, your property is not covered, plain and simple. Full coverage will add collision and other than collision or comprehensive coverage to your policy. With full coverage, the policy will cover your vehicle no matter the circumstances. In addition, any accessories or extras you put on your vehicle, those should be accounted for when you're initially preparing your policy, and they need to be endorsed and documented when added to your policy. Again, check with your agent on that. With all the risks we have discussed and the scenarios that result, the worst possible loss will result in death. Regardless of how careful we are, the coverages on our insurance, death can result from the risk we encounter on a daily basis. We need to take this into consideration when we're putting together our risk management plan. Our loved ones are going to carry on when we pass, regardless. They'll be left to maintain our households, pay our bills, take care of our affairs. All of this while trying to grieve the loss. We owe it to the important people we leave behind to see that finances are never a concern. We all need the protection we get from life insurance. Even individuals that think the need is not there, such as singles, people without children, or those who are young and healthy. We're all going to die someday. It's our duty to make sure that the ones we love can avoid financial hardships when we're gone. I hope this helps all of you to have a new outlook on managing the risk you encounter every day. By professionally assessing your needs and aligning the tools available to protect yourself, we can all avoid life-altering circumstances at the time of loss. There is so much more to insurance than just complying with the law or appeasing your lender. Remember, just because you have insurance doesn't mean that you're protected. Investing in the correct insurance and understanding how it covers you is the only way to protect yourself and what is important to you at a time of loss. Haven't you worked too hard to risk it all due to poor insurance coverage? Typically, agents don't even charge to review your policy. So protect yourself. Call your agent and review your insurance today. And sleep soundly tonight and every night here on out.